This is Ryan Elliott with Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in London today. We're at a press conference to preview a big heavyweight doubleheader, July 13th. We're meeting promoter Frank Warren. Frank, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Let's get straight into it.
Let's go.
Main event, Daniel Dubois, Nathan Gorman. I think general consensus is this fight could have been marinated, as boxing fans always seem to say. It could have been further down the line, but both parties wanted it. You guys wanted it. It's happening. Talk to me about the fight.
Well, I mean, I wasn't too sure I did want it. What happened was that, the truth of the matter is when you look, it's that Joe Joyce was the champion. He decided he wanted to vacate the belt. Boxing Board of Control ordered that he defend his title against Daniel. They then put in Nathan, and neither of them were prepared to back out. So that's how the fight was made.
As you mentioned there, neither man was prepared to back out. They both wanted the fight. Nathan Gorman's been perhaps a bit more vocal about his reasons for taking the fight and how he believes he can win the fight. Daniel Dubois has got his own belief, perhaps a bit more quiet about it, but surely we can only get a great fight from this when both guys genuinely believe they're going to win.
I agree. They both think they've got the beats in each other. And at the end of the day, they're different personalities. Obviously, Daniel's not as outgoing as Nathan is, but at the end of the day, it's what happens in the ring on the night. Their styles will complement each other. I think it's going to be an excellent fight, and it's not the end of the world or the end of the road for a loser. But it's going to be a great night. I think it's going to be a fantastic fight, and the winner of that, I believe, is going to get itself in a top 5 ranking in the world, and from there, it'll be a very short space of time before they're up there fighting for a world title.
Let's talk about Joe Joyce. I'd imagine it hasn't been so easy to get an opponent of the level he wanted. You've got one, Brian Jennings. Great fight. Talk to me about that.
Well, his last defeat, and he's been in with some good fighters, his last defeat was against Reba. He was well ahead on all the judges' scoring cards going into the last round. He got clipped. Reba's now fighting the #1 heavyweight in the world. He's ranked by 2 organisations, Dillian White. That tells you all you need to know, the level he's jumping up to. He's jumping up to that arc in his 10th fight. So this is quite a tough call for him, tough fight for him. Bryant's very, very, very confident, as is Joe. So I think again we're going to see some fireworks on the night. It's going to be quite interesting.
As you mentioned, both men today were exuberant confidence. Similar to the main event, they both really believe they're going to win this fight. Should Joe Joyce come through, as I think a lot of the British fans expect, by no means is it a cakewalk, how far away is that man from getting in the world title mix himself?
Well, he'll be in the mix. We're going to have 2 winners on the night. Maybe they'll fight each other down the road, but certainly both of those fighters, as I mentioned, will get a top 5 ranking, and very quickly will be in a position where they're fighting for a world title sometime next year, maybe Christmas next year. It's all opened up. The whole situation's opened up.
You're a busy man, Frank. A couple of fights on next week. We'll start in Leeds. Josh Warrington defends his IBF world title against Kid Galahad. I think by his own admission, probably not the fight he would have picked if he was given a list.
Correct.
As it happens, he's got to fight him. I think general consensus is it's still a very dangerous fight for Josh.
Very dangerous fight. Kid Galahad, whatever way you want to think about him, he's got himself there on merit. He won a final eliminator to make him the #1. The IBF ordered it. We were trying to make a unification, but they ordered this match to take place. So it's on. There's no love lost between the two of them. Not only is it a battle of Britain, it's a battle of Yorkshire. It's styles in this fight. A lot of people feel that Kid Galahad's going to give him, his style's going to give Josh a problem. I'm obviously biased, but I think Josh's style is going to give him a problem. But whatever happens, it's got fight written all over it.
As I mentioned, busy night for you in Las Vegas later that evening. Tyson Fury headlines out there against Tom Schwartz.
Yeah.
Any word from camp on how Tyson's been preparing for this
He's
one?
looking really good. He's very focused. He's in great nick, better condition he was than he was in for fighting, challenging Deontay Wilder. This guy's 24-0. Coincidentally, when Tyson fought Klitschko, he was 24-0, and nobody gave him an earthly, and he took Klitschko to school. Schwartz fancies the job, or Schwartz, whatever his name is, he fancies the job. It's going to be a tough fight, and obviously we've seen some of these banana skins in fighters' careers, specifically last Saturday night with AJ. So he's got to be top, he's got to be focused and on top of it, and he's hopefully will come through it.
We'll come on to Joshua, but for now, staying with Tyson. For Tyson now, is it Is it a case of getting through this? There's so much talk of the Wilder fight. Could you maybe tell us a bit about that? Wilder claimed the rematch has been signed. Has Tyson just got to focus on what's in front of him?
Tyson's only focusing on his fight on the 15th. And after that, after the fight on the 15th, he would then tell you what's going on. But at the moment, that's where his focus is on. He wants to fight. Of course he wants to fight. As Deontay wants it. They both want to fight now.
Let's just touch on what we saw on Saturday night before I let you go, Frank. Firstly, Callum Smith, I'm sure someone you guys are all keeping a close eye on for now. He defended his world title for the first time, third round TKO victory over Hassan and Dan. How much would you like to see him take on Billy Joe Saunders in the next few months?
In a heartbeat. I've already spoken before that fight to Joe Gallagher, his manager. Joe said that his plans for the next year, or till the end of the year, he's got 2 fights, one which was the Nadal fight, and then after that they'll consider it next year. But you know, the size of him, he's going to move up to light heavyweight, so let's get it on now. It's the fight Bill wants. I know Callum wants it. They've been exchanging tweets and so forth. Let's get the fight on. It's a massive fight for the British boxing fans, massive fight for world boxing, and one that we'd like to see between two special undefeated fighters.
Let's just finish with the main event. We saw a seismic upset Saturday night. That's heavyweight boxing, as everybody says. Anthony Joshua was dethroned by Andy Ruiz, knocked down 4 times en route to a 7th round stoppage loss. I'm guessing you watched the fight. What do you make of what you saw, Frank?
It was quite sad for British boxing, I think, and obviously sad for Anthony. You know, for us to lose one of our sort of, well, for a fighter who actually has done tremendously well with British boxing, it's been a bit of a renaissance through, you know, what he's done and achieved in the sport. But to lose like that was quite disappointing, and I was quite shocked the way it all turned out. I know he's got fast hands, Ruiz. I've always said that Anthony Joshua, as a pro, certainly his last few fights, has showed a lot of chinks in his armour, that he can be caught. Well, this guy found him out, didn't he? He found him out, having got off the floor himself, recovered and done a job. And it was a shame, because the fight, obviously, we all wanted to make and we all wanted to see was the fight between Tyson and him. An all British affair. It just didn't happen.
After Saturday night, I think a lot of people were sort of saying, well, that's the Tyson fight, the Wilder fight, that's gone for a good while. But if Joshua wins that rematch, we know it's been confirmed. Does this all go away? Is that fight bigger than ever?
He's got to win it, and let's see if he does. I mean, I think it's a big call. I mean, if they make the rematch, they make it. If all the belts are on the line, depending on what all the governing bodies say, that remains to be seen. But the bottom line of it is, he's going to fight a guy, Ruiz, who I think feels that he's got his number. He'll feel very confident. He took his best shot and got up. And more importantly, he's not going to have just 5 weeks to get ready for it.
Right, Frank, you're a busy man. I'll leave the final word to you ahead of July 13th. What can we expect to see with this heavyweight?
Fireworks. Be there, see it. Bombs away, heavy duty. The 3 best young heavyweights in world boxing in meaningful fights. Going to wind up with 2 winners and 2 losers. Watch it on BT Sport. It's going to be a fantastic night.
Frank Warren, thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.